No matter how great you may be, no matter how powerful you may be, no matter how financially buoyant you may be, never you fight the poor. According to the scripture, there will always be the poor in the land. According to the Bible, the poor will always be on the land. But if you have been blessed, if you have been favored by the Lord, if the wealth of this world is a part of your life, never you fight the poor. I tell you the truth, the poor will always exist on the land. But if God has blessed you, let it be that the blessings of the Lord upon your life is to help the poor. One thing you must understand, that you are the answer to somebody's prayer. Your wealth is the answer to somebody's prayer. Somebody had fasted, somebody had prayed, somebody had called on God to help him. If you have been blessed, never you neglect the poor. Fighting the poor is like fighting God. Neglecting the poor is like neglecting God. The earlier you understand this, the better for you. If you have been blessed, bless the poor. If you have been lifted, lift the poor. Never you for any reason climb the ladder of success alone. When you get to the top, always know there are people downstairs. And also know that there are people that held the ladder for you to climb. And never you forget the people that you started with. Any day you forget those you started with, the day you will fall will be a great fall. God have released this word and want me to talk to you so that you will make up your mind to accept your responsibility as the rich. If God has favored you with the worldly goods, please remember those that have not been favored. You are not the best. Because your business is progressing does not make you the best businessman on earth. It's just that the grace of God is sufficient unto you. There are people that do business better than you, but yet the grace is not there for them to make wealth the way you are making. The grace of God is sufficient unto you because God has decided to favor you. I read the scripture and understood there were many people at the pool of Bethsaida, but just that man who has been there for 38 years was the only one delivered. There were many lepers in the land, but it was the 10 that made Jesus, they were set free, but one returned with thanksgiving. We were told also there were many lepers in Israel, but yet God decided to heal Naaman. There were many lepers. So for the fact that favor has hit on your door does not make you ultimate, does not make you great. It's just the grace of God upon your life. Never you neglect the poor. The opportunity you are having today is just the grace of God to fulfill a purpose. Never you joke with it, because the opportunity is for you to fulfill a purpose. And if you neglect that or joke or play with that, such opportunity may silently slip out of your hand. Life is not your own. You are just passing away. The world is a journey. The life is a journey. The world is a school. If you graduate, you will be promoted. But if you fail, you repeat the class. Whatsoever you are doing, have this mindset that God is interested in every provision he has made for you. Have a nice day. Still on the poor, never you neglect the poor. Nobody is a monopoly of life. For the fact that I am not able to make it today does not make me to be the poor man you are thinking of. You don't know the person that will become richer than you tomorrow. That is the second version of the poor. The people you are seeing as the poor may not automatically be the poor. It's just that their time frame hasn't come. It's just that the time the Lord kept for them has not manifested yet. And some of them behave that way and they do things that way because their time hasn't come. So you don't know the person that will be rich tomorrow. You need me and I need you. Let's move this thing together. If I understand that you have need of me, and you understand that I have need of you, and I'm ready to pay the sacrifice for you, and you are equally ready to pay the sacrifice for me, I tell you the truth, the journey on earth will be the sweetest one. But whereby you are seeing me as a parasite, and you are seeing me as a trouble to you, as a liability to you, dear, when the Lord finally remembers me, you will have no place. Nobody is a monopoly of wealth or success or riches or prosperity. The Lord who lifted you will soon lift me. It's just time, time, time. We are all on the race. Even though we are not competing with anybody, we are on the race. The only thing that differentiates my race and your race is the G, which make it grace. And the G, they signify God. When God is involved in your race, then grace has come in. And that is why sometimes it seems that two people may be in one class, listening to the same lecturer, attend the same college, sit down on the same chair, write the same exam, and come out with different results. The difference is the G, which is grace. And that G signifies God. The Bible says in the book of Lamentation chapter 3 and verse 3, it says, who is he that say the thing come to pass when God is not in support of it? Man proposes, but God disposes. Don't neglect the poor. A day will come that the poor may excel. You may not really know who is the real poor man. You may not really know who is the real poor man, because you may think, because I do not put on good clothes and I am the poor, or I'm unable to meet up some financial constraint, I am the poor. But you equally forget that grace may meet me, favor may hit at my door. On that period, then we will know who is the poor. I know that God will remember the poor. Never you in your life neglect the poor. That is my word of advice for you. Have a nice day. I am the voice of prayer.